Please, can we just take it in? Anyways. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with another makeup tutorial. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for checking in. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do, because I'm going to be posting videos on this channel every week. So if you don't want to miss that, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this video. So I know I normally start my makeup with face, my base, or whatever you want to call it, but today I'm going to be doing my eyes first because I want to do a cut crease tutorial, a very detailed one. So please make sure you stick around to watch every single step. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and apply my base to my eye. This is the P. Louise eyeshadow base in the shade Room of 4. Normally I would set it, but today I want my eyeshadow to be a bit vibrant, so I'm gonna go ahead and just blend it in and go on top of it with the eyeshadow straight away. I think I put too much, but it's alright. We just gotta blend and it should be okay. So the eyeshadow palette I'm going to be using today is the Slush No. 2 by September Rose Cosmetics. This is what the eyeshadow looks like inside, and this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. So the first shade I'm going to be going into is the shade Mint Berry. So this purple shade right here. I'm just going to go ahead and pack it on first, because we want bright today, we want colour. So I'm taking my time for this one. So I'm just going to be tapping it in. And the brush I'm using is the Sigma E55. You just want to pack it on first. And when you pack it on, you tap it in. That way it's going to be easier to blend when it comes to blending. I'm doing a cut crease today, so I'm going to be going up high. Just above my crease. So something like this. You see how the pigment, this eyeshadow, one thing I can tell you about this eyeshadow palette is that the pigment is there. Like, as you can tell, like, it doesn't take effort to blend either. This brand is honestly so underrated. So the next shade I'm going to be going into is this pink shade here. I'm just going to pat that on top, and I'm using the E45 from Sigma. Guys, I didn't even know I had this many Sigma Beauty brushes, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm just gonna go ahead and pat it on top, just on top of that first shade. So you will have something like this, and you realize why to do this, that it blends the other shade as well, as you can tell. And this is also a really easy way to blend if you are a beginner. You just want to make sure you take your time for these. If you want your eyeshadow to come out good, just take your time and do it. So this is what we have so far. And then I'm going to go back in with that first brush and just add some more purple on top of that. Next shade I'm going to be using is this yellow shade. I'm just going to pop it on top of the pink colour. This is basically what is going to blend like the rest. So as I'm doing this step now, I'm just going to blend it out. And then I'll go back in with the pink and blend. So you want to go back and forth with these two shades until you're happy with the blend. And this brush is a Colourpop E9 brush. I normally just go back and forth until I'm satisfied with the look. I mean with the blend. Because we don't want no harsh looking eyeshadow over here. So you got to make sure you take your time and blend. And another tip is to use a really light hand when doing it. Okay, so I have done the other eye off camera and this is what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease using my blank canvas from P. Louise. And I'm going to use a Morphe 224. This brush, I have flattened it. There's so many videos on here on YouTube that you can watch to see how to flatten your brushes. You can actually check out Kiki Adams. She has a really good video on how to do that. So that's how I learned how to do mine. So what I like to do is just pop my concealer here, like so, and then I look up. It's basically gonna tell me where I need to cut my crease. So yeah, that's basically where I need to cut my crease. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. When cutting my crease, I normally just like tap it. I don't drag it, I just tap it. I feel like you have more control when you tap it. So it should look something like this. Just want to go back in and make sure that you sharpen the edges properly. And I'm not gonna lie, some people normally go in with like Vaseline and something and clean it up and come back in, cut it again. Please, I am not that skilled. I normally just go ahead and use whatever it is that I cut in the first place, because one thing you don't want to do is do all of this blending and then go and cut it, clean it up, you go cut it again and you ruin everything. You don't want to do that, especially not when you're a beginner. But don't get me wrong, there are skilled MUAs out here that would literally just hold the brush and just go raw and it will cut the whole thing. For me, first of all, my eyesight is not there, so when I get it right, I just go with it. Okay, so I'm now gonna go ahead and blend it using this shade first. So this is basically the second shade I used to blend the purple. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that to the inner corner. I mean the outer corner. Lord, I mean the outer corner. And then I'm gonna go back in with that purple shade, but this time around I'm gonna use a different brush. And this is the, I'm guessing it's one of those brushes from AliExpress because it doesn't have a name on it. So it should look something like this, nice and blended. So basically I normally go back and forth with these two shades and just make sure that the edges are blended properly first before I move on to my crease colour. So just tap 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 and it should start to look something like this. Okay, so for my crease I'm going to be using my OPV pigment and it's in the shade Sun Up. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that to the crease. Ooh, child. And the brush I'm using is from Dior. This is the, it's rubbed off, I'm not sure, but this is what the brush looks like. I love neons, man. I love neons. Can you see? Can you guys? I hope this is giving you guys what I am seeing in real life, because if it is, no one was ever ready. I'm gonna use a tiny ass brush to just make sure that I get into those corners. This is basically an eyeliner brush, but I just use it to get into those corners sometimes, just to make sure the cut crease is clean. And then to blend the edges, I'm gonna go back in with that pinkish shade and just make sure it's blended together. So yeah, it should look something like this when you're done. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to my skin now, and to moisturize I'm gonna be using my vitamin enriched face base from Bobbi Brown. This is actually my first time using this. Like, I've seen people use it and I've seen really good reviews, so let's see what it's all about. It looks so nice in there, I don't even want to touch it, but this is what it looks like. So I'm just gonna go ahead and massage that into my skin. This actually feels really nice on the skin and it smells really nice as well. The primer I'm going to be using is my hydrating primer from Fenty. I'm not going to do my smile lines today because I honestly cannot be bothered to look for the stuff I normally use. It's in the cupboard here, but my cupboard is looking a little bit messy right now because I've been filming a lot recently, so I need to tidy it up and then I'll be able to find a lot of things. For foundation, I'm going to be using my Estée Lauder Double Wear Foundation in the shade Deep Spice. Just gonna shake it a little bit. I wish this foundation had a pump because it's so easy. Like the other day I was filming and I literally spilled it everywhere. Literally everywhere. I was not happy, but what can we do, eh? I'm just gonna use this brush to pop it on the skin. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it in. And then I'm gonna do the other side as well. I love the coverage this foundation gives. And this brush is from Sigma. Guys, it's like I'm just picking up every single Sigma brush I have today. But I promise you it's not on purpose. I like to make sure my foundation is blended properly before I start applying anything else to my face. For concealer today, I'm going to be using my Estée Lauder concealer, and this is a double wear concealer in the shade Deep Warm. I've decided to not put too much of my first concealers anymore because I used two concealers, so like a dark one and a bright one. So I've decided to not put too much of my light one, of my dark one anymore. What am I using for contour? I'm going to be using my Marc Jacobs foundation stick in the shade Deep Accomplice. I absolutely love this for contour. It just gives you that nice chocolatey look. Well, it gives me the nice chocolatey look. I don't know about everyone else. I'm gonna let that sit for a bit, and then I'm gonna blend my concealer and then blend my contour. I literally just want to be trying out different things. I normally will go ahead and blend in my contour, but I'm gonna wait today. I'll blend in my concealer first and then do my contour and just see what that gives me. I like to start around my mouth first because I don't want this part to dry too much, and then I'll go ahead and do my forehead normally when I don't forget. So I like to do it around my mouth like so, and then I'll go back in with my foundation brush and just make sure that it's blended properly and we're not out here looking crazy. So I'm going to go back in with my foundation brush and just tap 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 until it's blended in properly. So it should look something like this, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend my forehead. I feel like I left this on for too long. And then I like to use my foundation brush for this step as well. You know, just to make sure everything is blended in properly. I think I'm going to leave my under eye for now and move on to my contour. And guys, always make sure that you don't forget to blend your chin, because I normally forget. And then I set my makeup and then I look crazy. So you don't want to forget your chin. Cancel out all the double chins. This concealer is so nice because it has coverage. Like when you, especially when you let it sit, it gives you coverage, and this way you won't use too much of your product. So I like to go back in with my foundation brush and just make sure I blend the edges. I'm also going to go in with my camo concealer from e.l.f. I like to use this for brightening. It's in the shade Medium Warm. And I'm not going to put too much of this either. Just a little bit to brighten my under eye. So like this. I'm going to let that sit for a minute, and then I'm going to get blending. Like I said guys, this one is just to brighten the under eye, so I'm going to keep it quite in. I normally drag it out, but I've decided to stop doing that. We're not doing that anymore. We're changing our skills. We're improving our makeup skills. So yeah, just going to keep it around here. You just want to make sure you go in and blend it properly, basically. So when you've blended it, it should look something like this. So I'm going to go ahead and set it now using my Laura Mercier powder. Hands down the best one. Literally ever since I started using this, I haven't stopped. And I don't think I'll be stopping anytime soon either. I just like to use my Coloured Rain sponge and just go ahead and press it on my highlighted area. I'm gonna set around my mouth as well, especially like here, because that's my creasing area. Like literally my smile lines just come through sometimes. I'm so baffled. And because I haven't put anything there, I normally put the MAC paint pot. Because I haven't put anything there, I'm just trying to make sure that I set it properly. And it's this side that is really bad. Like this side isn't so bad, it's this side that just, I don't know. I'm gonna do my chin and also my forehead, but for my forehead I normally like to use a brush, because this way I feel like it doesn't get as messy. And to set the rest of my face, I normally like to go in with my Fullermar bronzer, but I'm going to be trying this Milk makeup powder. I've had this translucent powder for the longest time. I've just been really scared to use it. I don't know why. But it's supposed to be a setting powder, but I'm going to use it for the rest of my face. Hopefully this is not too... Okay, it's looking a bit ashy still. Do you know what? It's not too bad. Just to set my face and make sure that it doesn't move really. So I'm gonna use that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and contour my nose. I'm gonna use my Fenty Beauty bronzer, but I'm just gonna use a little bit of this because I used it the other day and I found that it was too dark. So I'm just gonna put a little bit just to outline it. Gonna bring that into my brows as well. So something like that. Just a little bit. And then I'm gonna carve out my contour using my Laura Mercier powder as well. And I'll also be baking a little bit. Guys, you wanna make sure that this line is not wonky, you know. You can end up looking real crazy. And I'm just gonna bake a little bit, just around here. Like I'm keeping, like I said, normally I would drag it out, but I'm keeping everything in here today. Just to see what the look is going to look like, you know. I'm going to be using my Real Techniques brush. This is a blush brush, but I'm going to use it for bronzer anyway. I like to make sure that I get enough product on the brush because I like me a bronzer. I feel like this is literally one of the best makeup steps. Like this is where you see your makeup come to life. For blush, I'm going to be using my Cargo blush. This actually came in a PR box. I don't know about this brand, never heard of it, but the blush looks like this and I really like it. So yeah, I just feel like it's a really nice pinky blush. And the brush I'm using is the Belly, I said Belly, it's from AliExpress, please. And then I'm gonna go ahead and dust the powder off. Oh yeah, I actually feel like I prefer to do my makeup this way. Like the steps I took today, I feel like it makes it look nicer. For highlight, I'm gonna be using my NARS highlighter, and this is the Overlust. I have a love and hate relationship with this highlighter because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I just don't know what it is with the pigment, but I'm gonna be going into this gold shade here. Like sometimes it just barely shows up and that makes me very angry. I'm not gonna put too much though, just a little bit. I'm gonna add some to my forehead, just leftovers. And then I'm gonna put some on the bridge of my nose as well. Not too much though, just a little bit. So something like this. So I've just primed my under eye and I'll be adding this pink shade to it. Just because why not? Okay, so I've popped my lashes on. I'm gonna go ahead and put some mascara primer on my bottom lashes, because if I don't do this then mine doesn't show, innit? Sometimes I just wish I was one of those girls with like long bottom lashes, but I'm not, so we have to make up for it. I'm gonna be using my eyeliner from Gosh. I use this all the time, literally. I need to get some more actually, but yeah, I use this all the time. It's the perfect brown for me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and line my lips. And then on top of that, I'm gonna be using my Colourpop lipstick, and this is in the shade Tea Time. Okay, this is not the colour I was going for, I'm not even gonna lie. I need something nude, not this one. I normally have a nude one. Oh god, I can't find it, but I'm gonna be using this Lipstickqueen in nude on top of it, because that was not doing what it was supposed to do. And then for lip gloss, I'm gonna be using my Smashbox lip gloss in the shade Honey. This lip gloss is so nice. It's definitely giving the girls what it's supposed to give. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my under eye mascara. This mascara is from Primark. It's the 3D Lash Effect. I don't know if they still have this, but I mean, they're closed now, but their mascaras are really good because the wand is really small, so it really grips onto those little hairs. And for my inner corner, I'm just gonna add some highlight. Not too much, just a little bit. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. You see me. I feel like I did really well with this look, and yeah, I tried my best. I think it looks cute. I tried my best to explain it as much as I could, but yeah, if you enjoyed watching this video, please make sure you subscribe to my channel, like, comment, share, all of that good stuff, and I'll hopefully see you in my next one. Bye.